Welcome back to the Bluffton News and our special exclusive interview with Mayor Lisa Sulka. So we're back talking about so many more things that are going on in Bluffton. This obviously is an up-and-coming town. So, but right before we were talking about some of the projects you have going on, but obviously I know that there's more capital improvement projects always in the works. So how do people find out what those are and what the details are of those?
Oh gosh, awesome. We have a really great website, townofbluffton.sc.gov. If you go on our website and you drop down under how to, or you can type in the search engine, or you can go under our planning and growth link, you'll find the acronym is CIP, Capital Improvement Projects. And it's a large dollar amount that we put toward projects throughout our town. So if you find that link and click on it, a map pops up and it shows our town with numbers. I think we have 30 or 40 projects over the next 5 to 10 years. If you find something, if you want to see what's going on, say the Wright family property, we have that's right across from Church of the Cross. If you want to see what our plan is to improve that cottage or to expand that property, you click on that number and then the whole project pops up. So it has the dollar amount that's associated with it, if we still need money, a lot of things were kind of to be determined, and the timeline. Sidewalks, parks, parking, the property I just spoke about at New Riverside is on there. The Wright Squire Pope Cottage is a contributing structure. All through town, you can see what we're doing.
That's exciting.
It is
exciting. Kind of makes
exciting.
you feel a little bit more involved in it.
And you do feel involved, and we're very transparent on that as well. So we live stream our town halls now. So if we're going to talk about town hall, and it's just very much in your lap to take advantage of if you can't drive and get information.
Yeah. So speaking of the new town hall,
yes,
you do have a new town hall.
We do.
Tell us about all the improvements and your new space and
And
what's there.
and I will start it. Everyone always seems to question anything anyone does, but that town hall is paid for. There was no loan on it. We had money in the general fund. It was a capital improvement project list to build a new town hall. It was more cost effective to work with the school district to get a very long 99-year lease with the school district to continue using that was the old Bluffton High School in '65.
Okay.
And we renovated it and we added a court/town chambers, and it is beautiful. It's not over the top, it's not this majestic, iconic building, but it's so Bluffton. And you walk in and there's light, and the employees will tell you their mindset on work has changed from one end to the other. They all have windows, and we used a lot of the old aspects of what was there and just added a little bit more. So we're gonna have a grand opening probably end of April, 1st of May, and I'd love to get more out on that and invite everyone to come.
But so one of the things you mentioned is now you can live stream.
And we live stream. That has been a really consistent request, not overwhelming. We have 50 to 75 people at every council meeting, and I love that. I love seeing the faces. So it was a real balancing act to keep that, but also allow people who can't get here at 6 o'clock on a Tuesday. So we live stream on Facebook, and here's the little tricky part. Then we upload the live stream and we archive it in our YouTube. We're trying to find an easier way to get that YouTube archive channel a little easier to access. So working on that.
But it's great technology that you have the ability to do that, and even more people can be involved.
And people are already saying a lot of people are saying they watch it now, so it's nice.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Nice to have.
So we also want to focus a little bit on the youth. We talked about the partnership with the thing, getting youth to not be distracted while they're driving, but you also have a youth leadership council. Is that what it's called?
We do. Our average age is 34. And our youth is getting more and more involved by the minute. Last year, we had a young group that came to us and said, we want to start a youth council. What would you think? Well, I talked to council. As long as they kept it diverse, nonpartisan, because we do not run by party at a council level, at a town level, and really focus on all of the schools. And so they took it and they formed a 9 or 10 member youth council. They have to live in our 29910 or 09 zip code to go to Christian Academy. And then the rest is split between John Paul, May River High School, and Bluffton High School. But all of them live in in or out of our town limits, but in our zip code. And they've really been listening to our issues. They come to our council meetings, they meet every month. They're planning some fun things to get the youth involved. And they're ending their first year. So I go in and sit in their meetings on occasion just to see if they have any questions. And they are now getting ready to get applications for the next year's youth council.
Okay.
So if you're out there, if you're a sophomore, junior, and you can apply, look at the youth council, get on Facebook, you can find it.
Yeah.
We don't pay for anything, but we totally support their efforts.
Sure. And I think that's so great to have them that involved and coming to the meetings and really knowing about what's going on in their town.
They have been awesome. They talk about, they've had an input on the zoning, school zoning. They've talked about development. We had a little, a new development on Buckwalter that caused a few people to go, my goodness, there used to be trees and now they're gone. They came and asked me about that. They are engaging their young friends in the schools. It coincides with youth in government.
Okay.
There's a lot going on in this 16 to 19-year-old world, and they're getting involved, and they're going to be great leaders. We have nothing to worry about with our next generation.
That's really exciting.
Yeah.
So it's spring here in the Low Country, which means that one of our big events of the year is coming up. Obviously, there's a lot of festivals coming up in Bluffton too that we can maybe touch on, but one of the big ones is Heritage, and obviously that's played on the island, but you guys play a role in supporting that. Tell us some more about that.
We do. I'm honored to be on that foundation board, and they really understand Bluffton, and we've finally gotten them to say we've gone from the gateway to the front door. So they've always said Bluffton's the gateway to the island, and this last month at a meeting somebody said, no, you're the front door to this tournament, and we are. What we get from that Heritage tournament is amazing. We had 5 of the 10 children this year win Heritage scholarships from $16,000 to $20,000 in total, $4,000 or $5,000 a year. They came from Bluffton and May River High School. The nonprofits that benefit from this tournament are incredible, and all of our schools play a part in some role at the tournament. Bluffton High does all the recycling and litter cleanup, and Hilton Head High does some at May River High, and it goes back to fund some of their athletic needs. It is absolutely important to this region and the state. We put up banners, we support them 100%, and a third of their volunteers come from Bluffton. So we are excited. It's Easter week, and you see a lot of Bluffton residents there, and young and old. So it's exciting, and it kicks off of our event season.
Right.
Because followed by that is Bluffton Village Festival. That's the Saturday before Mother's Day. So you go out and get your mom's presents.
Yeah.
And then it just goes. We have 270 events a year.
Wow.
I know.
I mean, I knew it was a lot, but that's a really big number.
And I think we probably have one a day if you thought about the runs and all of that. But in our area where they like to be, and people are starting to like to utilize Buckwalter Place a little bit more. Okay. I think the park is going to be huge for runs and things, but
yes, absolutely.
A lot of events.
And Taste of Bluffton's coming up.
Taste of Bluffton is coming up before the Heritage. That's exciting. That group, Greater Bluffton Chamber is one of our chambers. They have taken it to another level.
It's gone from like 1 or 2 days to a whole week. They're adding restaurant week to it.
Yes.
It's exciting.
It's exciting. So please go on. We'll post things, but the Greater Bluffton Chamber runs that event. It's like the Arts and Seafood Festival. It started out a day, and it's just expanded, and it's great. So, we've got a lot to do.
And every Thursday is the farmers market.
Love the farmers market.
Yeah.
Love it. It is amazing. Go out there 12 to 4 or 5, and it's a perfect time of year with the vegetables and the fruits, and then you can get something to eat and get your kettle corn. Everyone loves that kettle corn.
Yeah.
And
it's so much more than just fruits and vegetables. There's just so much going on there every week.
It's a festival.
So it is a festival. It's a festival every week.
Every week. So
Yeah, so, thank you so much for being with us.
Absolutely.
We have enjoyed having you and all this great information. We hope that you'll come back again
anytime.
And see us. Yeah, absolutely. And
Keep
thank you
Bluffton.
For being with us for this special edition of the Bluffton News. And we hope to see you next time for the Bluffton News. I'm Betsy McDaniel.